Hello, I'm Madeline from Sheen Slings, and this is how to carry your baby outwards facing with the Kahu Baby carrier. So the first thing I'm going to do is check my straps are all undone and set up how I like them. So I'm going to loosen these off to make it easier for me, and then I'm going to find this strap, the one that toggles the width of the waist, and I'm going to adjust it to the narrowest. So I'm going to, just double check I'm on the full narrowest, and that reduces the width to allow baby to face outwards because we're going the shorter distance around their legs. And then I'm all ready to get started. So I'm going to start by putting the carrier on upside down and inside out like an apron, and taking my time to get the waistband comfortable for me. I put it on my true waist, and so that gives the best load bearing onto my hips by having it nice and snug on my waist, and I want it tight enough that it's not going to push down when I put baby's weight in it. So that's all ready, and then I'm ready to go and grab my baby. Let's grab my baby, take a step back so you can see me, and I'm going to start by getting my baby in a comfortable outward position on me before I start worrying about the carrier. So that they go into the carrier bottom first, and you'll notice the waistband is going to be higher, and we're going to create a scooped out seat for them. So the waistband, their back will be against where the waistband sits, flush against my body, and then I'm going to squash this down and gently bring it between their legs. And take my time to get this spread out over them and get them comfy. And then actually I can do the straps up in either crossed or H, but I'm going to demonstrate crossed today. If you prefer H, then you would do it exactly the same as you would for inwards, and however you find it easiest to do the straps up. So I'm going to find my strap, here, looking just over baby's leg, and then connect these. And I'm pulling straight down and then across, and again that's going to help get me a really good spread on my back and a really good loading. This is particularly important for outwards facing because baby's weight will be pulling away from you, so it makes any carrier heavier. So I'm taking extra care to make sure I'm comfortable so that my back will be happy whilst outwards facing. And then I can get these snugged up, and now I'm going to check how baby's sitting. I want to check their arms are coming out here where they can enjoy and play. I want to check that their head is clearing this, that they are not being covered. If your baby isn't, then they might just not be tall enough just yet, and you might need to wait a little bit longer for them to grow. We're checking that this is not hurting their neck or obstructing their airway in any way. And finally, we're going to check how they're sat. So ordinarily for any outward facing carrier, or any carrier generally, I want their weight on their bottom and their legs should be set up. One thing to watch with this carrier in particular is it can be quite tight around the legs here. And you might want to check that. So a good rule of thumb, we want to be able to slip a finger all the way around without excessive force. So I'm getting really stuck. I can't really get my finger or my thumb around, so it feels a bit too tight for me. There is a couple of things I can do. The first one is I might try loosening off just a tad. This might actually create a bit more space, and in this case it has. This is a bit of a double-edged sword. We don't want it so wide that it's pulling baby's legs wide. We want them to sit like that, but that just loosening off just a fraction might give us a little tiny bit of space. Another option is to stay on the tightest and see if it is more comfortable for baby's legs, not with their weight sat on their bum. Optimally, we would like their weight on the bum because that's more comfortable for them, whereas here the weight's going to be more inner thighs. But you can see now I've got a lot more space and it might be less pinchy. And by doing that, I've also generated a bit of space. So I'm going to tighten up a little bit. So now I can bring my hand all the way through. It isn't as a comfortable position, so I'm really going to watch that my baby isn't uncomfortable. I'm going to watch their cues. If they start getting uncomfortable, I'm going to change them inwards at any point. And my preferred would be if my baby is sitting on my bum, but if it's just too pinchy, too much pressure, I might try this. Please know that if you are struggling with this carrier is absolutely fantastic for the inwards position. It is absolutely fantastic at the hip position, and it's absolutely fantastic on the back. The outward position, it is a bit more of a struggle to get it exactly right, but just because the way it adjusts, it does make it tight. So give it a go. It is perfectly safe and fine to be like this or to have it quite tight for short periods. And anyway, we only ever recommend outwards facing for short periods because it's very overwhelming for baby, and also they've got to hold their head up the whole time and they've got to be awake the whole time. So because it's more used for short periods, it's not dangerous, but these are things worth keeping an eye on. And if it doesn't seem right, it's not working for you, know that you're probably not doing anything wrong. It's just this isn't my favorite pick for outwards facing, but it is fantastic in the other positions, and I would truly recommend you to have a go at the hip carry. I've got a separate video showing how to do that with this carrier. Have a go at the hip carry because it's a fantastic alternative and it's a lot more comfortable for everybody all round. Better on your back and actually more comfortable for baby. But I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, do pop them in the comments below or get in touch with me. I'm always available to do one-on-one consults and I can check your baby in real time. Hope this has been helpful. Bye.